Hey everybody, it stands up. Welcome to our show today. Um, I am Michelle and Amy, and we are the Creative Chicks that Ride. You may be wondering why it's just me and that you can only hear Amy's voice. It is coming in a little bit bubbly, but she's here, so that's the main thing. Because Amy is oh, let me take my glasses off. Amy is out of state right now, and she is taking care of honoring her mom and spending time with family. So welcome to our show. And Amy, thank you for being here on the phone. The phone.
Oh, you're so welcome. We did try to do the video. We said it before, but for some reason, it just wants my audio today. And there's no other reason why than the name of the show today.
Yep. It needs your audio. Two creative chicks that ride. Oh yes, Amy. How Amy fills you in on what's going on with her spiritual spin and day in the life of Amy. But also, it is me being at my house today, and I didn't bring any of the extra things that we need to be able to have us both on. But I keep looking at the phone, Amy.
I know, I know.
I just love it.
Oh, it's great.
Amy will be monitoring any of the chats or texts that come in. So I can't see them for some reason in mine. So she's going to be doing that for us. So welcome to
Yes,
our
I
show.
am.
Yes. Welcome to our show. Our show is we're here to educate and inspire women riders all across the in our area and across the globe. Whether you enjoy the experience from a passenger view or you ride your own. I think we're quite hilarious. We try to cover the important topics in a funny way, and we are in show number 42 today. And what a show it is because we figured it was kind of time for you to know us a little bit more behind the scenes, like what our lives are about. So it is fitting that I'm at home, right, Amy?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. This episode is for those of you who want to get to know Amy a little bit better
Oh,
um,
boy.
and find out what goes on in her life behind the scenes. She's pretty much an open book, but we're going to get a little bit deeper today. Because today Amy bears it all. She
And how deep is that, Michelle?
It's pretty deep. The still waters run deep, and so she bears it all, and she's gonna let us into her creative world, which will help you understand how her creative processes work and what she does on a daily basis to maintain her spirituality and to encourage and inspire creativity. This episode, I'm going to update you on the Babe of the Year contest, who's in the running, and I'm also going to let you know how you can buy the calendar. And Amy's going to actually give us even more with her spiritual spin, where we get to see her in her jammies.
Oh, boy. Oh, you had to go there.
I
It's
love it.
real, it's raw, it's scary.
I love it. So what I'm going to do, Amy, is I'm going to click over to your little video that you did with your question
Okay.
and answers, and then I'm going to pretty much let you, have the floor for a little bit, answering any questions that people may have in chat, or just letting everybody know how you work. So give us just a minute. We'll go over to that.
Okay, so how long have I been creating? I've been creating for a little bit over 10 years now. Um, Physically creating my passion, which is the wood carvings, I've been doing that for about 2 years now. Why did I start with this business? Well, I started creating because I went to a sip and paint party with my sister. I had never even been able to draw stick figures, right? My children are all extremely talented, they can draw wonderfully. I never had that ability. I went to a sip and paint party and realized, oh my God, I can paint beautiful pictures, So, of course, I went out the next day and bought a whole bunch of materials, and that's how my creative process started. And that was about 10 years ago. So, my favorite thing about creating, my favorite thing that I create is definitely my wood carvings. I'm very passionate about it. I channel when I carve. People can just send me a picture of something, and I can create it in wood for them. And then I seal them, and they last forever. But that's where my passion lies. I have spirit bumps everywhere, because that's what it's like channeling for me. So it's very soothing when I carve. So I really love carving. And my next thing that I really love to do is my readings. I really enjoy reading. I love channeling, and that's where I get my soul sparkle a lot from. So I have had people rave about my wood carvings, right? Like I, for instance, had a young woman come to me who had lost a pet. She lost her ferret Lilo, and she wanted something to remember Lilo by. So she sent me a couple of pictures of Lilo, and I shot her back a couple of questions, like what was his favorite blanket, what was his favorite toy, and what was her favorite color, and I combined it all into a life-size ferret with his blanket wrapped around him, holding the heart of her favorite color. So people have come to me, spirit bumps all over me right now. They just find it so inspirational and soothing to have some of that stuff. Another thing that people have said to me is how amazing it is that I've never carved anything in my life, but I can carve the way that I do. And I explain to them that it's strictly spirit working through me. And that's how I know I channel through the wood. I'll pick up a piece of wood and see something in it and know that that's what I'm supposed to carve into it. So there's different ways for me. I get a lot of compliments on my wood carvings. There's not a lot of wood carvings on my website because a lot of them are custom made, or the moment they're posted, they're immediately sold. So it's definitely very soul fulfilling for me, this carving. So, like I was just saying, some of the items that I make, right, especially like the wood carvings and the readings, and my spiritual wands, they all give people a sense of solace, a sense of comfort. They give them inspiration and hope. A lot of the times that I will create something, I do a lot of custom creations with that person in mind. So I ask a lot of questions when I do my custom carvings and my readings. I will get a general feel of what the client is asking for. So I know that for me, it's the benefit of making someone else, making their soul sparkle while my soul sparkles. So that's probably the best thing that I get out of it. Pause. With the skunk strip. So I have a few ways that you could contact me in regards to getting a reading or a custom creation done. I have a Facebook page called The Wood Witchery. I also have a website, which is www.thewoodwitchery.com. You can go on there and there's a contact page. You can fill it out and I will get back to you in regards to any questions, comments, or any inquiries that you would have into something that you would like created by me. The phone number is listed there. I'm generally really good at getting back to people within 24 to 48 hours, and I truly, truly enjoy working one-on-one with people. Their creations are the ones that I'm going to have to pause it, sorry. Sorry, my alarm's going off. I can't do anything about it. You could just, like, okay. Sorry, Michelle. So, where was I? How to contact me. I truly love when people contact me and ask me to make a special creation for them. That's truly what I love to do, is to do what the people would like for me to do. So there's quite a few different ways to get in touch with me. I just said that already. Can we just like do that question over again?
I think it was perfect.
Okay, good.
And we're done. Oh, Amy and I we have just been sitting here having a laugh because that was such a fun video to make.
Oh, that was so great.
And I told Amy that I told you I was gonna delete the funny stuff, but then I said, you know what? I'm not, because that's Amy. That's behind the scenes. We wouldn't be letting you in.
Michelle, you are so on point with that, because that's really how I am throughout my whole life. Like, I'm here with family in North Carolina. I tried to get my dad to take a picture with me last night, right? And he starts making these faces in the camera, and I'm like, Dad, can I just get a nice picture? And the minute I go to click it, he changes his face, and I'm like, I wonder where I get it from. So that's truly who I am all the time, so that's wonderful.
It's so much fun. And I know you touched on a few things, and there were some questions that our viewers had sent in and wanted to ask. So Amy pretty much spent that time answering those, but you do have some more time. Do you have any questions coming in on chat, or do you have anything that you'd like to add?
I do not have anything on chat, but I do know, it's probably a show all in of itself, but a lot of people who comment on our shows afterwards, they're always asking about the guys in my life. Right?
Yes.
I mean, that's one of the biggest questions I get. And this has been such a process of Amy's self-growth these past few years. I've grown spiritually tremendously. I have been shedding old thoughts, patterns, conditionings, and I'm really coming into my truer essence, right? So I would still attract the older version of Amy, even though that's not who Amy is anymore. So I'm attracting the older version of the men that I used to be with and attract, because that was my vibrational level. And I'm on a different vibrational level now. So I will date a couple of times, and if you are not on my vibrational level in my area of happiness within your own life, then you have some work to still do on yourselves. And I'm grateful that I know that today, that if I am uncomfortable in any way, then it's just not right for me. So people are like, oh, she must be a real bitch if she can't keep it. No, it's not that I can't keep her, man. It's that I'm not accepting the unacceptable anymore. And that's a really big thing for women in general. They don't have some time, not saying that they're less than, but it took me a long time. I'll keep it on myself. It took me a long time to speak my truth and to understand my truth.
Yeah.
And I am that kooky person, but I also have a serious side too. And my serious side comes in to play, especially in my relationships. Like, I have to have good relationships in my life today, and if you are not in a good vibrational sense yourself, then my vibration will take me elsewhere. So that's kind of where it stands with a lot of relationships in my life.
And you've had like a lot of little minis, and they've been fun, to talk about, and definitely have fueled the fire of our show to help add comedy to it. But it's good that I'm thankful that you're adding like the why, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they've been quick, they've been brief, but the minute those red flags come up for you, or the minute, I know on many occasions you've told me the minute a red flag, or you know what, I just don't tolerate that in my life anymore. No. And it may be something small, and it doesn't mean that they're not good guys or the right guys. Some of them were way, like our April Fool was way off the scale of.
Go watch that episode, guys.
Yeah, April
It's
1st.
real.
And that never even took off because Amy was like, you don't even like that one, like, talk about toleration, like he didn't even make it to a date. He didn't even make it to a friend outing. You know what I mean? It was just like,
Yeah.
no, I know.
Yeah. And it's because I am so aware of where and who I am today
Hmm.
that I can immediately know if you are in my energy field or not, right? Or if I'm a people person. I observe people. I read energies. And a lot of times people will present themselves with the words, but their energies and their actions don't match those words.
Yeah.
So that's a really big eye opener for me. Is I don't so much listen to what you say, but what you do.
Hmm.
Right? So if you say you're going to be there and do something, and you don't show up, and you don't have a good reason, and you don't call, why am I going to waste my time giving you another option?
Yeah. It's like one strike pretty much because you know what you're looking for in a person.
Yeah. I know what I deserve in a person, right? So
Hmm.
that's a big difference too.
Yeah. Huge.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
glad you touched on that because I know a lot of our viewers will ask that, and sometimes that'll be the first thing they ask you is, whatever happened to so and so, or how did it work out with this guy,
Yeah. And listen, I'm in such a transformational stage in my life, in so many different areas, creatively, spiritually, personally.
Hmm.
I have been evolving for the past 5 years, and I'm not done evolving. I don't think I ever will be. But what I do know is the person that I am today and the way that I feel about my life today
Hmm.
is one of the absolute best feelings I've ever had in my life. I was talking to Michelle before the show today about just how much joy and excitement in the things that are here,
Yeah.
let alone coming towards me, right? Like I am so overjoyed for life, and it's all shows in my creative processes. It all shows in my partnerships. The joy that I have and the love that I have for myself and for life really is what I'm looking for in other people now. So those are the people that I'm more attracting now.
Hmm.
They happen to be female at the moment, but hey, licky licky.
Nothing wrong with that. You're not. It's about the energy, right? It's about the vibrational energy, not about yeah. So you're funny. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, giving everybody just a little teeny piece of what you're all about because people wonder, inquiring minds want to know, you know.
We put on a very educational, inspirational show, right? And that's what we've always wanted our show to be. But to really get to know me, and they're going to have an opportunity to have the same reflections with you. I
Hmm.
think by them getting to know who we are and what makes us tick is just going to make our show even better,
Yeah.
right? And our tribe stronger.
Yep.
Because it's all about the woman tribe. It's all about women empowering other women, supporting other women. I mean, guys are good too, but you guys have your stuff to do. You know what I mean? You have your football games, you have your outings, you have your car races.
Hmm.
Women have a difficult time empowering and educating other women without judgment, without pressure, without it being taken out like I'm telling you what to do or I'm being a bitch. No, it's coming from a place of love, knowledge, experience. In that video that you just saw in my interview, I had the stripe going down the side of my head, and I was saying, "Oh God, Michelle, look at my skunk stripe." She's like, "That's your wisdom trail," and
Yep.
I'm like, "I love you for that." it's true, right? So that's how we encourage and inspire each other, which is really important because they don't really see that so much on the show.
No.
Where I'm like, oh my God, look at that skunk stripe. And you're like, no, baby, that's your wisdom trail. Own it. Be proud of it.
Yep. Yep. So true. And and I was reading an article about or maybe it was just a picture of a bunch of naked women. We had their boobies covered. They had their boobies covered, but it said, your beauty is not the size of your body or the appearance of your body. It's the size and the appearance of your soul, and your soul sparkles like an 18-year-old on prom night.
Although there's one part that definitely doesn't sparkle like an 18-year-old on prom night.
Well, we haven't had any evidence of that one way or the other.
No, we haven't. Unfortunately, no, we haven't.
And thank you so much. And that just leads us right into I think I'm going to jump around a little bit. Well, no, I have to go. No, I have to go into products. So I'm gonna make everybody wait because the Babe of the Week thing and the Babe of the Year that we're on right now is just so in tune with what you're saying and what we're talking about. But I'm gonna go. Yeah, actually, I am gonna go into the Babe of the Week because.
Yeah, do that because you know what? It's our show and we can mix it up any way we want.
I do what I want. I do what I want.
I do whatever feels right.
And we're waiting for pictures from Yankee Dave, so. Okay, so there are just a few little sprinkles of babes in here that are not necessarily in the I actually think some may be in the calendar, some may not be. I just wanted to give an example and just keep it going about the type of women that we have on our Babe of the Week contest, and not even a contest. It's the Babe of the Week celebration, really, right? Where we choose one beautiful, amazing woman that rides her own or rides on the back, that just really enjoys that wind therapy, and that also is a part of encouraging, inspiring, educating other women to, get out and ride and enjoy themselves. So that's the reason.
I think that, I'm sorry to
No,
interrupt you, Michelle, but that's
please
one
do.
of my favorite things that we do is we showcase real women who have a love of life, a love of riding, who are real women on real motorcycles with, that are loved and that are beautiful. And it doesn't matter what they're riding. It doesn't matter their size, their color, their shape. They're still beautiful women in their own unique, wonderful, true self.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important. And I love that that's what that whole calendar showcases. And I get spirit bumps every time we talk about the calendar.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and thank you, Amy. I couldn't have said that better myself. And that's really what the project is all about. It's very near and dear to my heart. Just coming from a place of being a woman in a predominantly male arena and having a tough time connecting with other women in the past, and having a tough time, and being the only woman riding around with a bunch of guys and trying to fit in with the guys, but not really feeling like, it's not bad, but not really feeling like you found your tribe there. Trying to fit in with the women, but a lot of the women back then, or even sometimes now, are already in a group, and it just, this really embodies the female rider, whether she's in a group, whether she's on her own, but mainly we're all reaching out and we're just all giving each other like this big hug and saying, hey, we ride, we enjoy the same things, and we don't judge. Yeah, and it just, I couldn't have said it better myself, Amy. Thank you so much. That was just beautiful. So we have successfully gone through, we have to end our year early, because in order to order the calendars in time and get all the photos done, we end our year for the Babe of the Year contest part of it, early. So we are currently voting on Babe of the Year, and we're about halfway through the votes right now. It's a 2-week voting period. And you can vote by, I spoke about that last week, so you can vote 2 ways you can vote, or learn about voting. You can go back to last week's video and watch that, and it tells you all about how to do it. or you can just go to YouTube and find us there, which is Creative Chicks. Oh no, it's just Chicks That Ride now, and it's with a C, CHICK. I mean, no K. Oh, CHICS That Ride on YouTube, and look for these babes and vote for the ones that you want. At the end of the contest, the ones with the most likes added up with their comments, positive comments, is the babe that wins Babe of the Year. So we're at the halfway point, Amy. Who do you think's in the lead? I know I already told you, but before I told you,
Well, you know what? I don't know because I have the same feeling for both of them, and it's definitely a neck and neck thing, right?
it is.
Because
They
they're
just,
so beautiful and they're so loved that they have so much support behind those videos,
yeah,
and that's another thing that it's all about.
yeah,
That support and that uplifting empowerment that we get from other people who love us also.
yeah.
Oh, I'm full of spirit bumps, girl.
I know, it's amazing. And so, okay, so right now it's a neck and neck with Sarah and Lee, and they just keep kind of doing this. So and everybody's getting wonderful comments. The things that people are saying, I just I wanted to make sure I said positive comments, but um, I mean there's just like not enough good things to say about these women, and they are just nailing it. And the people, and even some people that don't know them or that have just found them on their Babe of the Week profile or thumbing through the YouTube are saying, I vote for so and so, or you're great, or love your bike, awesome things like that. And I'll tell you, it's the Babe of the Week and the Babe of the Year contests are doing exactly what I had hoped they would do. We're encouraging and inspiring women to ride and women that ride, and we're honoring that. And so, congratulations, Lee and Sarah. You're in neck and neck. You got another week to go. So, as far as the other babes go, you still have a chance to get up there and get yourself noticed and get some votes in for yourself.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to ask for it. That's all you have to do is share it and ask. You will feel so empowered knowing how many people are just thrilled that you're doing this and that you're doing what you're doing. And Amy and I aren't voting, and the reason that we're not voting is because we're just observing, because we just think you're all awesome.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fair because I would have to go on both of them, and
Well,
and that's kind of cancels each other out,
yeah,
really.
and there is 11 babes. I mean 10 babes. Sorry, there are 10 right now. No, there are 11. 11 right now. So it's not just those two. Other people have an opportunity or an option too to win this. I'm just saying right now at the halfway point, those are the two leaders.
Yay!
Yay! So if you want to purchase a calendar, I invite you to go to either yankeebabeapparel.com, which is my website, and we are hosting the Babe of the Week and the Babe of the Year contest, and we also supply the calendars. And you'll just go over to the far right-hand corner and click on the Babe of the Week project, and it will drop you down to order the calendar. You can find it in there. Or you can go to yankeegames.com and just click on the Chicks That Ride tab, and we'll have ability to be able to order. Now, as soon as we put in our order for our first round, just get them in so that they're in for 2021, that deadline is coming up very quickly. So I would say that by the time we get to, I do believe it's going to be probably October 31st will be the latest, because the order is going to go in for the calendars within days of that. So get your pre-order in. After that, we can't guarantee how many we're going to have in stock. Get on YouTube, vote for the babes. I'm having so much fun. I'm so thrilled to have these amazing women. They're sending in their calendar pictures, and they're stunning. They're just stunning.
Spirit bumps everywhere.
Yeah, they're stunning. It's amazing. It's actually it's beautiful, and my heart is full. So thank you all for participating. Thank you for voting, and thank you for making this a huge movement. Really, it's a movement.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it is.
I like
and
it. I like it.
Pre-orders, don't forget all the pre-orders pre-orders get a little prize from us too.
All the
They get a
pre
little extra something, all the pre-orders, right?
all the pre-orders get a little something something from us with their calendar, a little something something, and they will. And I know a lot of people that are pre-ordering them for holiday gifts. So you will receive, by pre-ordering, you will guarantee that you will receive the calendar or calendars in time for you to mail them out for your holidays, right? So we're looking at probably by the 15th of December, which is also right before our holiday as well. So get in there, get your orders, vote, and get your orders done. And thanks again. And there you go. There's what's going on. And that's that. We're gonna go back to more. We're gonna go back to more about Amy. Because it's time for not motorboating.
Oh boy, here you go.
I'm
Watch out,
motorboating.
everybody.
Yeah. So we did another video. Obviously, Amy is out of town. That's why she's on my phone. Say hello. Oh, it's blank screen. Amy's on the
It's
phone.
okay, I'm still here.
Woo! She's doing this. So, our next scene for Amy's Spiritual Spin is a pre-recorded video of Amy in the morning, first thing in the morning, talking about how you wake up, right? Or what are you talking about?
Well, so the spiritual spin is actually about how I ground and center myself every day. It's a large part of my spiritual practice. It's a large part of how I set my intentions for the day and what I do for my daily balance, right? So if you start on the right foot, you stay on the right foot, right? You wake up cranky, the day's probably ruined unless you can restart it like me. But this is something that I do every single morning. And unfortunately, you're going to get to see what I look like when I wake up. But okay.
She looks very pretty. Okay, here we go. I'm going to run that.
Good morning. So you can all thank Michelle for this video here. This is what I look like when I wake up in the morning. So this is what I'm going to share with you today for my spiritual spin. Is part of my morning ritual. And my coffee, my broomstick does run on coffee. Here's my other favorite cup though. Coffee is my magic potion. Because they really are. That's what makes me not look like this anymore. Surprise! So, in the morning when I wake up, I get my coffee and I come sit at my desk and in my room and I get half of my coffee down, right? Which I'm still trying to do. And then I start this is part of my morning ritual, is waking up and watching the sunrise in my windows and clearing out the cobwebs with my coffee. It's not very exciting. I'm kidding. That really is part of my ritual. And it is really having this video. What would it be like seeing me morning routine? Because we've been about talking about empowering yourself and meditation and manifestation, and I truly believe in all of those things. And one of these that I believe that truly helps is to always start your day with gratitude. And not only do I do, which is when I sit here and drink my coffee, I'm really thankful for it. I'm really thankful it tastes. And then I've got another day, and that the sun is shining, and I have another day today. And that's really how I feel most mornings. So I have here one of my albacore shells. It sits on my desk. It is full of sage. I actually so my room is really a mess because I'm moving, but that is where I put my tarot cards, where I keep all of very important crystals. The sneak peek. That's where I keep all my herbs and potions. So I really am practicing. And I have an altar, but my very, very sacred space, and I would not share that with anyone. But where, I was talking the other day about selenite and I was talking the other day about all the selenite and stuff that I have on my tarot and under my tarot, and as you can see, I really do. So back to the morning ritual. More coffee first, please. Just saying. It's not pretty when you don't have coffee in the morning. Okay. So usually I'll sit here and drink the coffee. I get out my sage. I always have Scent Apollo in here also. So I start by breathing off. This sage is enough to like smoke up the whole house because this is loose sage. I have my sage stick that I use also when I do sage my entire home. It's just a room in the morning. They're both the same thing. One is just a little bit more powerful than the other. So it's just me in space here. I always just break off a leaf, and then I burn it. You're really getting a piece of Amy today because this isn't something I would have ever shared had it not been for a little day in the life of Amy, right? So I inhale it, and I drink more coffee. As I'm inhaling all of the greatness of the day, and as I'm exhaling, I'm bringing life in the day. And I bless, cleanse, and consecrate this circle in the name. Bless, cleanse, and consecrate this space in the name of the God and God. Bless, cleanse, and consecrate this space in the name of all of my ancestors, spirit guides. As they are above, they are below. As they are within me, so they are without me. As they are above me, so they are below me. Within me, so they are without me. As they are above me, so they are below me. They are within me, so they are without me. And then I take my let it. I just let it burn. That's actually my start prayer every morning. Prayer works no matter what prayer you choose, no matter who you choose to pray to. The purity of heart and the intent of the prayer is what makes the prayer work. You can't pray and not believe. You can't meditate without quieting your mind. So my thing is, I might not pray like other, but I pray with spirit, right? And my sage is still billowing here. I love and that's just that one little piece of sage, right? So sometimes when I run out of my loose sage, I will break up one of my sage bundles, and that works just as fine. Yeah, so then I take and I will look at my card. My crazy hair, morning hair, don't care. Okay. And then I take out to check my cards. Spirit. Woo! Hang on, Sparky. That's way too much information before 2 cups of coffee for me. So that's to just take a moment and guide me today. Show me. May I just have one card, please? One card, Spirit. Possibly 2, but not have doing a read. This is one of my reading decks. That's why cards stack. They're like, ooh, it's time. No, it's morning means take it easy. Just one card, Spirit, please. One card, guys. Come on. We're on camera. Spout. They're like, bit a whole bunch of you didn't want it. Alright, I'm just going to get the one card that's over. Actually, I picked out 2. So, I have chosen the 8 of Staves for I'm just going to turn this a little bit. So, this is today. Right? Okay. And the other card I chose was Contemplation. So, this card really struck me because it's destiny, right? And the 8 that I chose back here is the 8 of Wands. I am fire. Wands are the suit of my Sagittarius archer, and 8s are mastery, right? So I am the master of my future. Everything that I do, everything that I say, every action that I have today is going to create it. So, Spirit bumps, man, and I love communicating with Spirit in the morning. It really gets, so I sit here and I just told you, how my day's going to be full of positive thoughts, positive actions, positive words, and it's not always easy, but that's why sometimes I will prop the cards up on my desk, or I got this cute little I don't even know where I got it from. It's just like chairs. I'll probably make them if anybody needs them. Just ask. I'll make you one. But hang up an inspirational message or to that effect, because those help you to that for the rest of the day. So I hope that you have an amazing day and you didn't mind Amy's bedhead too much, but hey, I love you guys. Thanks for sharing my morning coffee with me.
Moving here. Yay! So there we have it. Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome.
I am just going to take a quick minute to load the pictures that David sent me.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to just, if there's anything that you want to like summarize or anything with your.
I just want you to know that the reason I do that every single morning is because I set my intention, my mood, and my steps for the day. Right? So whatever way that you contact your higher power, whether it be praying with the Bible, praying on your knees, being outside, however you connect with your higher power, it's just really important to, as you wake up, to do that immediately. All things are possible through spirit, and our lives are guided by spirit. So why not allow spirit to come in first thing in the morning?
Yeah, nice. Well, thank you. And I've got the product slideshow up. I don't know if you can see it or not. I know on your end you're having a little bit of a freeze frame thing going on. So since I'm at home, I don't have the actual objects with me. I don't have the motorcycle clocks with me, nor do I have any pictures of them. So I had to call Yankee Dave before the show and be like, run around, take some pictures and send them in. So our product highlight for this week, are these awesome motorcycle clocks. And I'll tell you, they are all the rave. Everyone is really getting excited about them. They are the first thing that people notice when they come into the shop. And we've already sold a couple of them. And they took me a while to get, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any more in for holidays. So right now I just have I think I have like 5 or 6 left, but the ones in the pictures, obviously Dave took them this morning, so I do have them left. And there's 5 styles to choose from. These motorcycle clocks were handcrafted. I had to really look high and low to find them, and I'm glad that I didn't give up on finding them. So this one here, that first red one, is actually a big, huge wall clock. It's about I think it's about 5 feet long, and right, Amy? I think it's about 4 or 5 feet long. Yeah. And it's the first thing you see on the left when you come into the shop. And this little blue one is the smallest one, and that one is, I think that one is a good, like, I think it's like 13 or 14 inches long. It's good size. And this one here is, the clock is on both sides. So this would be great for, they have those little entryways, like in between, like a kitchen and a dining room, and they have that like ledge.
Oh yeah, like a breakfast nook kind of thing.
Yeah, like I was thinking that would look great there because the clock would show on both sides. You could see it on your kitchen, or you could see it in your dining room. I know some of the Florida homes have it between the kitchen and the living room. But yeah, that one actually is the reason why I decided to purchase from this company, was just because I love the looks of it. But they're sturdy, they're durable, they're adorable. I personally think that the prices are very reasonable based on how much work goes into these. And and they're available on yankeedave.com. You just click on the online store to get there, and they're also available in the store, and they're also going to be at some upcoming events, some upcoming vending events that we have. Vending season has begun, so, and that's actually where most of them have gone. Oh, I think I just lost Amy. So I'm going to try to call her back while I talk. I'm multitasking. Amy, I've lost you. Amy made a promise to me that she was not going to leave me again, so she's got to go home. She's got people up north. Hey, welcome back, girl.
Hit the wrong button, sorry.
She hung up. She was like, shut the front door. Those are awesome. I'm going to run and buy one right now. I'm coming back.
For real?
I love this little chopper one. That one's like my favorite. The little black chopper. It's just, showing the wall clock again, but that little black chopper is so damn cute. And it comes up high. And the ones that stand up on the shelves, their wheels actually move. Did you notice that? They have like little, well, this one doesn't because it has the clock in it. But do the handlebars move on that one? I can't remember.
Yes.
They do? The handlebars move on this, and the front wheel moves on this big chopper, the one with the double clock. And it does not come with the gnome. You have to buy the gnome separately. He just wanted to go for a ride. So,
He did.
yeah. So, motorcycle clock, now in-house. They are not created by myself or Amy, but they are created. They are handcrafted. They are gorgeous. And they make wonderful gifts. So, come on in and check them out, my dear. Or my lady.
Yeah. I gotta say, Michelle, ever since we got those clocks in, people, it is one of the first things that they notice.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It really is. As soon as you walk in the door, and you're noticing that too. It's just like they just really stand out. So we're gonna, hopefully we'll be able to get more in when they are sold out because they are going fast. If not, we'll have to get something just as just as impressive.
Yes, very, very beautiful. Pictures look great. So does the video, by the way, because I'm actually watching our show on Facebook right now.
Oh, good! Yay! So you got unfrozen.
Yes.
Yay! All right, dear. Let's go. It's about time to wrap it up.
And that's kind of why I'm actually hung up on you.
To wrap it up.
I wanted to double check that your edge. I usually do that the most of our show.
Please tell me.
And I just wanted to make sure
Has it
changed to what's on the screen.
has it changed? Okay. We got Friday. So I'm gonna translate.
Just take one more second. Okay, I got something now. Nope, it has not.
Ah.
Sorry to say that. Sorry to say that. Anything it went up to digits, but it's not enough to make a big deal over.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's still. I think we're gonna change it for the weather, and we're gonna have you tell us what percent of not rain we're gonna get.
I think it's a great idea. So this weekend is actually going to be fantastically beautiful. On Friday, you are going to have beautiful weather. It is going to be in the upper 70s, and you are going to have, I would say, 60% chance of sunshine. So that's awesome. On Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be in the mid 80s, and you have 60% chances of sunshine all weekend.
I love it. Oh my
Depending on where
god.
you are.
I love it.
Yeah, we're changing that up. That's never going to say rain again, guys. It's going to be percentage of sunshine because we are a positive, inspiring group.
I love it. And maybe we'll all turn into weather witches like you and be able to manifest the sunshine all around us.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to manifest sunshine this weekend for real.
I used to tell my dad all the time that it never rained over his house. I was like, why does it never? It's like all these clouds will be abound, and he's like, and I think that and everybody would say it, and then it never happened, and it must have been manifested because it really would never rain over his house. It was crazy.
And that's just like me on the motorcycle. 80% of the time, I have my virtual umbrella up and
Yeah.
I ride through the rain. I ride around the raindrops.
That's true. That's true. So why am I so concerned about the weather? You ask.
Why, Michelle? What are you doing this weekend without me?
What am I up to? I know. I feel I'm like I'm gonna do it by myself. So this weekend is Hog Wild, and that is in Fort Pierce. It is so it's my second time vending at this event, but it's been going on for a while, right? I think a while back there were two people that ran it, and then they split off. It used to be Croc Wild. Have you heard of Croc Wild?
Yes.
Okay. And so it was Hog Wild. It was Hog Wild at when Archie's was a big motorcycle stop. And they used to have a lot of motorcycle events and they used to do a lot of bike runs. And they would host what's called Hog Wild. Okay. Now fast forward to a few years ago, Archie's decided to go more of a family themed restaurant.
Right,
Which,
right.
I mean, honestly, judging by riding by there the other day when we did our ladies' ride, not a good idea. Didn't look like it's paying off for them because it was pretty empty.
No,
And then so a couple of people from Archie's or customers or whoever they were started doing Hog Wild at in Fort Pierce on the Causeway, right? And then last year or the year before, I think that they split into two events. So it's like an awesome weekend. It's Hog Wild on Saturday and Croc Wild, which is at Crocodillo's on Sunday. I am going to be at Hog Wild. If you followed that, then I'm going to give you a prize when you come in to see me at the tent. Be like, Michelle, that was crazy, but I get it. I know what you were saying. So Saturday, October 9th, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. is Hog Wild. It's going to be at Causeway Cove Marina in Fort Pierce, 601 Seaway Drive. I don't have the zip code. You're going to have to look that up. And I'll be there all day Saturday. I had to put my glasses on because I couldn't see what I wrote. Now, if you're in California and you're a little bit further away from us and you can't make it to Hog Wild and come see me, the annual all-female overnight motorcycle adventure and camp out, Babes Ride Out. We've talked a lot about the Babes Ride Out. They seem to do I do, and we're gonna try to find one local to us or form one maybe, right? Um, but these organizers welcome any ladies, all ladies who want to ride, who ride or want to know more about riding. Come and join them. It's about making friends, having a good time with those who share the same interests. So it's kind of like our show, but in person, right? It's an overnight,
Yes.
and that is October 8th through the 10th. And you want to go to babesrideout.com for more information, because I don't want to give you the address and have you roll up there all ready to camp and then be like, oh, we have no more tickets. We're all sold out. So, yeah, so that's me this weekend, Hog Wild, the Causeway Cove Marina in Fort Pierce. Come see me. And, yeah, and if you mention that you saw this video that got you here, I'll give you something. Something little. Well, maybe not. Maybe something big.
Or maybe not. Or maybe it should be something real big.
Something big.
Kiss our teeth.
Mwah. Okay, so I have to do this because it's our closing scene. So let's see, you're usually on this side. So here's Amy. You really can't see her. Do I have a picture of you somewhere? I don't.
You can just hold the phone up and see what you call me on the phone.
Amy. Oh, yeah. Amy. Oh, I can't. But I love it. There's
It's so
Amy
funny
P.
because I have you in as Michelle, but there's so many other people like
Oh,
Nikki next door Vape and from Charlie, Florida, St. Paul, or whatever. You know what I mean?
you're Amy P. I have you as Amy P. So that's it for our show, really. Thank you for tuning in. I love that we can do this across the state. Like, how cool is that? No, across the United States.